I wanted to ask you, how did you get into the adult industry and why did you stop to make music?
I never stopped. I'm behind the scenes.
Okay.
I've been producing adult content for 10 years now. I started because it was, because I'll say how I started. I was escorting because that's what you do in New York City when you're gay. and eh, but it didn't start that way. I felt I was doing lots of different things with people, men, and I kept being told, I have a great touch, I have a great touch, I have a great touch. So then I said, well, if people keep saying this, and I'm good at what I do, maybe I can get paid for it. So I was doing these two twins again, and they happened to know a friend who was a black bear who was escorting. We met during like a 4-way whatever it was, and then I just asked him about the business. And like a week later, a month later, he came back down to New York City and was like, "Hey, you want to do this with me?" I said, "Sure, I'll try it." So we did like a few customers, clients together, and then I was on my own. I did my own thing for a while, and then one night I was cruising the village because I was horny. That's what you do when you're younger and horny. You cruise the village, and I saw this bear I liked, so I followed him into a little magazine shop. I picked up a magazine called 100% Beef, which I was the bearish magazine at the time, to let him know that I was into bearish men. It worked. Went back to his house and played. And as I was leaving, it was an article, and the editor's note was like the wolf factor. So it was like, if do you have the wolf factor? Basically, it was like asking, talking about how to become a model. So after reading it, I emailed them. I said, "Hey, I don't know what the wolf factor is, but here you go." Boom. The next morning, dear whatever, wolf, we want to take some photos of you. A week later, I was being in photographed. 6 months later, I was in magazines. 6 months later, after that, I was in like the year long rap magazine.
Hmm.
I used that to then apply for studios. My first experience on set was horrible. It was really bad. Then I went to another company, and it was a much better experience. And I've been there probably 13 years now. Um, and then 3 years after I did my first scene, I got behind the camera. I was doing both modeling and producing, and then it eventually just started producing solely for the company. And now I'm one of the only, no, I am the only black bear producer in the, I want to say world, but that's a little, much to say because I don't know the actual answer for that. But I don't know any other black bear um, identifying men who are making adult content for the bear community besides myself. So, yep. But I don't brag about it. I don't let everybody know I'm doing it. I don't need to be on every single box cover like some producers are. It's like produced by, directed by. I'm like, yeah, that doesn't pay any more money in my pocket. So I don't need that. As long as they're paying me to do this stuff, then I'm good. People know who I am.
Hmm.
I put a lot of people on the map. A lot of stars, porn stars in the beer community and the outside beer community will tell you that I am one of the best producers, directors, and people in this industry. I have receipts to prove it, and I just do what I do. So yeah, that's how I started, and I just keep going in until I just really want to be like, I'm done. But it's given me so many opportunities, so many experiences, so many learned traits and skills. I can run a camera, I can edit, I can film anything, music videos, movies, short films. I can do it all based on just my knowledge of entertainment and the equipment I use now. And I wouldn't have had that opportunity if I wasn't cruising that guy, if I wasn't trying to be an escort, if I wasn't coming out. So, like I said, everything happens for a reason. So I never look back at my life and say, oh, I wish I would have done this, because everything that I am and who I began being and becoming has started in a trajectory to where I am now. And again, talking to you. So if I didn't have that life lived experience, I wouldn't be here now.
That is true. That's full circle. And that's cut.